Have you ever wondered what happens when artificial intelligence gets it wrong? We hear so much about AI changing the world, but what about the times it fails? Sometimes with serious consequences. Imagine trusting a computer to help diagnose your illness, only to find out it gave the wrong advice. Or applying for a job, but your resume is rejected because of your gender. Today, we're going behind the headlines to reveal the real rate of AI failure and why it matters to all of us. If you think AI is always right, or that it's only a problem for tech companies, think again. Let's dive into the hidden world of AI mistakes, the real-life harm they cause, and what we can learn from them. Let's start with a simple question. How often do AI projects actually succeed? You might be surprised to learn that most of them don't. Studies show that between 70 and 85% of AI projects fail to deliver what they promised. That means for every 10 AI projects, only 2 or 3 actually work as planned. Why is this happening? There are a few big reasons. First, the data used to train AI is often messy or incomplete. If you feed bad data into an AI, you get bad results out. Second, many projects don't have enough human oversight. People trust the technology too much and don't check if it's making sense. Third, the goals of the AI and the people using it often don't match up. This leads to billions of dollars wasted every year on AI that just doesn't work. And here's another problem. Most organizations don't even test their AI for bias. That means these systems can make unfair or harmful decisions, and no one notices until it's too late. Let's look at some real-world examples of what happens when AI goes wrong. First up, IBM Watson for Oncology. This was supposed to help doctors recommend cancer treatments. IBM spent $62 million on it, but in the end, Watson gave faulty medical advice, and there was no real benefit for patients. Doctors found that the system often suggested treatments that didn't make sense or weren't even available. The project was quietly shut down, and the money was lost. Next, let's talk about Amazon's AI recruitment tool. Amazon wanted to use AI to sort through job applications, but the system learned from old data, which was mostly from male applicants. As a result, it started penalizing women's resumes, even if they were just as qualified. Amazon scrapped the tool after only a year, but not before it showed how easily AI can pick up and repeat our own biases. Now consider facial recognition technology. These systems are used by police and security agencies around the world, but studies found that some facial recognition tools misidentified up to 35% of Black women. This led to wrongful arrests and serious ethical concerns. Imagine being accused of a crime you didn't commit, just because a computer got it wrong. Healthcare algorithms are another area where AI can go off track. One system was used to decide which patients should get extra care. But instead of looking at who needed help, it used healthcare costs as a shortcut. Because Black patients often spend less on healthcare, the system favored white patients for extra care, even when Black patients were just as sick. This meant that people who needed help the most were left out. One of the most shocking cases comes from the Netherlands. The Dutch government used an algorithm to spot childcare benefit fraud, but the system unfairly targeted thousands of minority families. Many innocent people were accused of cheating, lost their homes, or even had their children taken away. The scandal was so big that it led to the resignation of the entire Dutch government. But the risks don't stop there. Let's talk about high-stakes failures and the bigger risks to society. Autonomous vehicles, like self-driving cars, are supposed to make our roads safer, but there have already been fatal accidents involving Tesla and Uber self-driving cars. These systems struggled to handle real-world situations, like a pedestrian crossing the street at night. Lives were lost because the technology wasn't ready. In the criminal justice system, AI is used to predict who might commit a crime in the future. One tool, called Compass, was found to label Black defendants as high risk much more often than white defendants. This led to unfair jail sentences and deepened existing inequalities in the legal system. AI chatbots are now everywhere, from customer service to health advice. But these bots sometimes give out false or even dangerous information. When things go wrong, companies often refuse to take responsibility, blaming the technology instead. This leaves people confused and sometimes at risk. And then there's the growing threat of AI-powered disinformation. Deepfakes, videos or audio clips that look and sound real but are completely fake, are spreading online. Automated misinformation campaigns can sway elections, ruin reputations, and make it hard to know what's true. This erodes public trust and can even destabilize entire societies. So, what can we learn from all these failures? First, there's often a big gap between what AI is supposed to do and what people actually need. When these systems aren't designed with real-world needs in mind, they can cause real harm. Second, a lack of ethics, oversight, and proper testing allows mistakes to go unnoticed until it's too late. Without people checking and questioning the results, AI can repeat and even amplify our worst biases. Each of these failures is a warning sign. They show us that we need more transparency, more accountability, and more focus on people, not just technology. AI can be a powerful tool, but only if we use it carefully and responsibly. If you found these stories eye-opening, let us know in the comments. Have you ever seen AI go wrong in your own life? Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new, and share it with a friend who's curious about AI. Subscribe for more deep dives into the real impact of technology on our world. Remember, the future of AI isn't just about what machines can do. It's about the choices we make and the people we protect. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.